Hey folks, how are you? My name is Alan. Welcome to my channel, Kindred Souls of Brooklyn. And today, folks, I find myself in the cucumber capital of the world, Wachula City, here in Hardee County in Central Florida, which is basically about 90 minutes west of Walt Disney World. And I'm here to see how close I can get to the home of Bubbles the Chimp, the famous chimp, the most famous chimp in the entire world, who belonged to Michael Jackson, who moved to the city in 2005, Bubbles the Chimp meeting, because Bubbles was actually born in 1983. His heyday was the late 80s with Michael, when Michael took him everywhere. So I thought it would be really cool to check in on Bubbles and see how he was doing, and kind of put some pictures up and show you the city where he's living right now. It's a far cry from Los Angeles or Hollywood or even Neverland, but this is where Bubbles the Chimp lives. And actually the Michael Jackson estate still takes care of Bubbles. It costs about $23,000 a year to take care of him. So they are still paying and taking care of him. So tune in. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. So as I was telling you, this is a very, very quiet town. If you ever come through here, it's not far from Sarasota. It's about an hour from Sarasota, about 90 minutes from Walt Disney World, as I was telling you. Very small town. It's a cucumber capital world. So you have a lot of citrus here, a lot of horse ranches. You come by here, it's amazing. As a kid from Brooklyn, you see tons of goats, and you see horse ranches, and you see donkeys. And if you want to see animals, this is the place where you want to come in terms of, you know, farms and things like that. But the actual main street, like that I'm showing you right here, the main strip, is very quiet. You have a Sonic, a Burger King, a Subway, not too much going on. But who would realize coming through here that the most famous chimpanzee in the world, Bubbles the Chimp, who actually met the mayor of Tokyo, who went everywhere with Michael Jackson, who did videos with him, who even knew how to do the moonwalk, actually lives in this city. So let's go see how far close we can get to Bubbles, and I'll tell you more about Bubbles along the way. I will tell you he's alive and well, and Michael Jackson estate still takes care of him, which is a really cool thing. A lot of people don't know about that. So let's see what we can find. So I made it here to the sanctuary of Great Apes, and this is about as far as I could get. I'll show you right here. I'll stand in front of it in a minute. There's actually 71 chimpanzees and orangutans who live here, Bubbles being one of them. And you can actually hear some of them, I guess, communicating with each other. I don't know if it's feeding time or what, but you hear the cows over there mooing on that side. And that's the building right there where Bubbles lives. I can hear like some kind of trays or troughs being moved about. But this is the closest I can get to it, because that's like a private road. I mean, this is literally in the middle of nowhere. And we had stopped at McDonald's on the way up here, you know, only about 5 miles from here. And I was asking the manager if anyone has still asked about Bubbles, and she said no, it's just kind of very quiet. No one even asked about him. So just to talk about Bubbles a little bit, just to refresh your memory, Michael Jackson adopted Bubbles when he was only 2 years old. Bubbles' birthday is April 30th, 1983. So Michael adopted him when he was 2 years old. And I guess you could say the heyday of Bubbles was pretty much about 4 or 5 years. Essentially, you know, what's really amazing about chimpanzees is that they are the closest relative to humans in the whole animal kingdom. They have 99% similar DNA to us, so they're literally the closest to the human. And they supposedly have an intelligence quotient of about 25 or 30, and Bubbles apparently was about in that smarter range, 25, 30, 35, which is about the intelligence of a toddler. Now apparently Bubbles enjoys painting. He enjoys listening to the flute. And if you read up on the Sanctuary for Great Apes, it talks about how he's not too crazy about the camera. He'll actually turn away when it's a camera. And they also said they never told him that Michael Jackson passed away. They did say when he came here in 2003, he wasn't too happy about it, but he got to be too big for Michael to control. You know, you got to realize he was little, but apes, these chimpanzees, get to be about 150 to 180 pounds, and he's a male chimpanzee. So I'll put a picture up of him now. And you know, Michael was afraid that maybe he would get aggressive, because sometimes chimps can be aggressive. And according to the website for Great Apes, it says that Bubbles is like, he's got a group that he stays with, and he's the alpha male of that group. So apparently he got to be a little too big and too difficult for Michael to control. Michael used to take him around. I guess the heyday was really on the bad tour, when Bubbles actually, they went to Tokyo, and I know there was a problem when they went to England and Sweden because there was different quarantine laws for animals, but Michael used to dress him up in the same clothes as him. He went to restaurants. He was in videos. I know Freddie Mercury wasn't crazy about the recording session he had done with him. He didn't want to be with a chimp, he said. And, Kenny Rogers actually liked him very much. Kenny Rogers said he almost seemed human to him. He was apparently very well behaved. There's been rumors that when he came here, Michael was still alive when he came here, obviously, but when Michael passed in 2009, I know LaToya had shown up here, and she had spent a little bit of time with Bubbles, and she came here, and she apparently met with Bubbles, and she wasn't quite sure whether he remembered her or not. I mean, she wasn't very, very close to him, but she did spend some time around him. So, it's hard to say, but he's very intelligent. I mean, Bubbles is 39 years old today. Chimpanzees live well into their 50s. I mean, hopefully he'll have a long and happy life here. And like I said to you before, a lot of people don't say and don't know that the Jackson estate still takes care of him. And I read that it's about $25,000 a year for his care. So that was really cool that they did that. And who's to say? But it's just like I said. Everybody, I'm here with Des outside the property. He decided he's going to come and talk to me. How you doing, Des?
Good. I didn't know you were out here for any reason. If you're looking for information, you can always call, and they're really open as far as what we are. We're a rescue center.
Okay, because I read on the website you have to make a donation of like $300 to come and see him for the tour.
We're supported by members, donations only.
Okay.
So we're not supported by the government or anything else. We
Yeah.
live off donations.
Right.
So, but there is all information that you need as far as that goes.
Okay.
And if you want to do that, there's also 2 member events that if you do a membership, they're open twice a year to the public.
I'd be interested. When's the next member event that way you can come
December.
in? December. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my birthday month, folks. And maybe you never know. You guys want to throw a birthday donation out to me?
Absolutely. It's $50 for the year, and then you have 2 times a year you can come in for free.
Just $50?
Yeah.
I thought it was like $350 or something like that.
No, $350 is for the private tour.
Oh.
It's about a 2-hour tour. They tell everybody's history. They go over, and you get to go on a golf cart or walking.
But the $50 one, you could still come in and walk around
twice a year.
All right, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, twice a year.
Wow.
It's called a member event.
Okay.
So for all the members, it's open. You just have to RSVP, and then you come in, and they'll have music. They'll have, again, it's just for the basic membership.
Okay.
And I think family memberships are $75. But all that information, if you go up and there's a keypad up there,
yeah,
you can
a
call.
keypad.
There's a key at the next entrance up there, which is our main office.
Oh, I didn't know there was a main entrance up there.
This is just the employees entrance.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So I go up there and make a right.
Right past the creek, you'll see the mailboxes up there.
Yeah.
There's a pull off in there. You'll see a keypad in there.
Okay.
And if you press there, they'll answer you. You're probably not going to go inside.
Yeah.
They'll just get you all the information, and if
I could do that today even.
Yeah. I don't know what time it is, but
10 to 5.
Yeah, pretty close to it. They close at 5.
Oh, okay. I don't.
But if not, they're open Monday through Friday. You can
go
in there. You can also go online, download anything you need off of it.
I had seen they gave a little cameo of each of the.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about Bubbles? Other than what we saw on there, he's 39 years old, right?
Yeah, he's he's an amazing. They're all amazing chimps. They live in their best life that they can.
Yeah.
Who's in Bubbles' group? There's Oopsie. He lives with 4 other chimps. So
okay.
Try to put him in as natural a setting as possible.
Yeah. And he paints. I hear he paints.
He enjoys painting a lot. He does. He's really good at that. And again, on the gift shop, there's plenty of Bubbles paintings that you can purchase.
Really? Oh my God, that's great. I love that.
Yep. It's all the way we can kind of help keep ourselves alive. Like I said,
wow.
We're all donation driven here. So
see, I had it all wrong. I'm thinking, okay, it's like this foreboding place that you can't get into, and
no,
I was afraid to go up the road, and
No, we're very friendly. We want to introduce people, but again, it seems expensive, but that's the only way we stay alive.
Exactly. Well, anyone has a dog or a cat knows how expensive it is to have a dog or a cat, let alone a chimpanzee.
So if you see, we have 70 apes right now.
Yeah.
We're the only accredited orangutan sanctuary, so we have orangutans as well.
Okay.
And it's an amazing place. I love working here.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, Des. I
Yeah.
appreciate that, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to meet
You're
you.
the
Your name
best. Yeah, so it's cool. I actually made it to the front gate, at least over here, and you can see behind me, that's the entranceway. I'm going to get some information on how to join, and maybe I'll come and I'll do a follow-up video. But I'd like to thank Des for going on the video with me, and I really appreciate it. It was such the reverse of what I thought here. I thought this was like a big foreboding place, and I couldn't go down the road, and they're very, very welcoming. So, I mean, you wouldn't think in the middle of nowhere like this, you would think it's kind of like a secretive type of thing, but they're very, very nice here. And I know the animals are really in good care here. I get a very good feeling from the people who work here that they really care about them, and I think Bubbles is in a great place. I really do. I really think that. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining me on this video. You know, I know what I think I'm going to get this year for my birthday. It's always, you know, what do you get for your birthday? And my birthday's right near Christmas, right? So for $50, you could join this Great Ape Sanctuary, and they have 2 events a year. It's a 501c3, like we run for our foundation. And I want to thank Des and I want to thank Julie for giving me all this material. So twice a year they have an event, and December 3rd is the next event where you could actually go on a tour. So I'd like to go on that tour. It seems to be amazing. The apes, it's like a Christmas event. They open up presents. It's all Christmas music. Hopefully I'll get this chance to actually meet Bubbles, or at least see him up a little closer. So I think it's going to be a great thing. I want to thank everybody involved for doing what they do. Really appreciate it. It's not easy work, and it was definitely worth the trip. It's something you guys could definitely look into. There's a whole wish list of things that they need, just like our foundation. If you want to do Amazon Smile for the Center for Great Apes, you can do that. There's over 70 apes and orangutans in this place, and it's all mostly apes that have been retired from show business, like in case of Bubbles, other ones that have been locally to Sarasota. It's the only real ape sanctuary sanctioned in the country. So it's pretty amazing. So thanks for joining me. I'll put a link on to some of this stuff. And once again, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye.